Saw something really bizarre at the store. Everyone was just grabbing stuff off the shelves like lunatics. It felt off, but I didn't think much of it. On the way back, I noticed way more ambulances than usual. At that moment, I had no clue that danger was closing in on me. I picked up some supplies and headed home. As I turned around to put things away, the television suddenly flashed breaking news. A new virus was spreading nationwide. The media said wearing masks could help keep it away. That night, I got a call from my sister. She's a government worker, so she knew more. She said the virus was way worse than people thought, and the government had already set up a shelter. She told me to get to her as fast as possible. I booked a ticket right away to leave town, but while I was waiting to board, the check-in system went down. Then the airport announced all flights were canceled. Suddenly, an emergency alert popped up on everyone's phone. The virus had spread and the country was locked down. Nobody could leave or enter. I panicked and called my sister. She told me to head home and wait. She'd send someone to get me, with no other option. I ran with the crowd, but the roads were blocked. I abandoned my car and hurried on foot. When I got back to my neighborhood, I saw soldiers everywhere. They were pinning someone down, dragging them to a waiting truck. That's when I realized one of my neighbors had mutated. I knew I had to leave town, no doubt. But the next day, my sister called with even worse news. The virus was spreading faster than anyone predicted. She warned me to stay away from quarantine zones. The more people, the higher the risk. She told me she'd come for me once the area was cleared out. I rushed to the store to grab more supplies, but when I got there, the shelves were nearly bare. Even the food on the floor was being snatched up. I picked up a bit of food, but an old man yanked it right out of my hands. All I managed to find were a few stale crackers. As I was leaving, I saw a wounded cop rush into the store and lock the doors. Before I could even process what was happening, a huge crowd screamed and scattered. Another officer was attacked by an infected person, and instinctively I wanted to help. But when I saw that zombie-like creature, I froze. Luckily, the cop shot it dead, but before I could snap out of the shock, the wounded officer mutated too. I bolted home, locked every door and window, and shut the curtains. They were rounding people up. Soon, there was a knock at my door. I hid in the corner, holding my breath. Eventually, they left. 2 weeks later, the whole city was deserted. I never heard from my sister again. The signal was gone and I couldn't reach her. My food was almost gone, so I decided to take the risk and search for supplies. I only had a fishing spear, so I stayed close by. I broke into a few neighbors' houses but found nothing. Then, at the next house, I discovered someone else was still alive. Today's recommendation is the movie Apocalypse. Z, the beginning of the end if you're interested. Go check out the full film yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.